friends, it's Kelly, and 4th of July is right around the corner, and if you are looking for a very festive side dish for your upcoming 4th of July party, or even, I know Memorial Day is already passed, but Labor Day, and you can save this for next year as well. It's very festive. We are going to make some red, white, and blue deviled eggs. I am using my traditional deviled egg recipe, and I will go over that real quick with you. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to dye some eggs red and blue, and of course I don't need to dye white. So if this is something that you would like to try or interested in, stick around because we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So friends, thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. And for my longtime followers, thank you so much for sticking around and all your support. So let me quickly go over all the ingredients that I'll be using for my deviled eggs. Okay, my friends, so I have 25 hard-boiled eggs here. I think I'm gonna need 44. I figured it out and my paper's not here. I have 2 of these trays, so I'm gonna be doing 3 rows of eggs. So I did 50 eggs total, and the reason I do that is because sometimes when I peel them, I have this issue. So I wanted to make sure I had enough eggs, and I will use the extra yolk and the whites in my egg salad. I do chop that up. If I am not, sometimes my eggs come out perfect, other times they come out like this. Half of this batch was perfect, half of it was kind of messy. I normally do put my eggs in water, boil it. Once it comes to a hard boil, then I time it for 13 minutes, and then I remove it from the stove and drain all the water off and run it in cold water, and then I'll go ahead and peel it. So I already have all that done. I didn't think you guys wanted to go over all that because it's pretty straightforward. So I have 25 hard-boiled eggs. I'm trying to make 44 eggs, and then I will show you the rest of the ingredients, but I can see the dog at the back door and he wants to come in, so I'm gonna go take care of that real quick. Okay, my friends, so obviously the eggs, I use Mayo. I like Duke's, but you can use Hellman's or whatever. But don't use the Miracle Whip. Make sure it's Mayo. I use mustard, sweet relish, and then a little bit of salt and pepper for taste, and then some paprika. I do sometimes use Tabasco sauce. I'll just put a few dashes in the mixture as well. I'm not doing that today. And then I'm going to dye the eggs, and I need distilled white vinegar to do that. And then I purchased this off of Amazon. Of course, I don't have my glasses on. It's called Americolor. I'm doing red. It's called Super Red and Navy Blue. I'll link them in the description box in case you're wanting them. These are going to make the eggs very vibrant, so it's not that dull blue and pinkish. So that we will be doing in a few minutes, but first I want to go ahead and cut the eggs and separate them from the yolk, lay them out on the tray just to make sure I have enough eggs to fit on the tray, because like I said, a couple of them didn't quite turn out. So let's turn the camera down real quick. Okay, my friends, so like I said, this one here, I just took the yolk out. I'm going to chop this up, and the same with this here. This one is a hot mess. Look at that. So I'm just going to cut this in half, plop my yolk in there, and I'll just sit this on the plate, and I'll chop that up as well. So then I'm just going to go ahead, you can see that there, so I'm just going to cut it right down the center like that. Take out my yolk. This is why I do extra. Look at that, friends. Take that out. Oh, finally one to put on the tray. Yeah, and then I like poked the egg with the knife. Seriously, ay vey. So we'll just cut down the center. Yeah, and I probably shouldn't be doing that. Y'all see what I just did? Yeah, I just held that in my hand and put the knife through. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when I mix this up, I'm going to put the mixture in a piping bag and pipe it in using a large star tip just to give it that look like a star on top. Okay. So let me go ahead, get all this sliced up, because I don't think you want to watch me slicing 25 eggs and taking the yolk out. And then I will come back and we'll pick up from there. Okay, my friends, they're all peeled. I ended up making 50 eggs and I needed 42 half of the eggs. So I have 42 deviled eggs. I have 21 per tray here. That. And then this is the leftover eggs. And thank goodness I did the amount that I did, because I did have quite a few that were not, that I messed up. Look at that. See when I peeled it? You see that? Look at that. I really did not do a good job. So it ended up working out in my favor, thank goodness. So now what I usually do is I'm just breaking this up a little bit, and then I'm going to take my little chopper and chop this up really fine, because I do add this in my deviled egg mixture. Don't waste any of it. It helps the egg mixture to go a little bit further. So like, and that was another reason why I always do extra as well, because I always feel like when you pipe it in, you don't have enough of the mixture. So I like to have 3 or 4 extra eggs for that very reason, just to help the mixture go a little bit further. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my little handy dandy, I don't know what brand this is, chopper. And I'm just going to chop that up. Okay. Get all that out of there. Don't waste any of it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dump that in the bowl as well. And there we go. Now you can do this a number of ways. You can use your mixer, mix it up, your hands, break it up. I usually just take my hands, break it up a little bit, and then I'll take my fork and start smashing it. I probably should have broke this up before I added the mixture in there, or the egg whites in there. And we'll just go ahead and do that real quick. All right, I think we have it all mixed up really well. That looks good. Just getting those big chunks out. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and add in our ingredients as soon as I wash my hands for the 10th time. Okay, my friends, so I'm gonna do, see how I kind of go over? Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2, 3, 4, do 5 right now. just to see where we're at. 3 teaspoons right now. I kind of like to see the consistency before I add more in. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some relish. And I'm gonna do about 3 nice big scoops of relish. I'm gonna do 4. Okay. I'm gonna add just some salt and pepper to taste. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start mixing this up because the relish can make it a little bit runny, so I need just to be careful. If I get more, if I have more of the juice in there than I do of the actual relish itself, so I always like to add less. And then, can you see how quickly that's mixing? I don't want it to be too runny. You can't take away. There we go. Okay, so we're mixing this up really well. Looks perfect consistency. I like it. You just got to be careful because there's a lot of juice in the relish and you can make it a little bit too runny. So always do less, and you can always add more. You can't take away once you do it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some plastic over this and put it in the fridge while I work on dyeing the eggs. Got a cup of hot water. I think I'm going to do 2 cups because the bowl is a little bit bigger. Oh, you dummy, Kelly. Oh my gosh. Hold up. I poured 2 in here when I already have 1 in there. I'm telling you, I'm tired, friends. I'm very tired. All right, so I have 2 cups. And I'm gonna add in 2 teaspoons of this red dye. It's 1 teaspoon per cup. Go ahead and get that mixed up. And again, I will link this in the description box in case you're interested in this color dye. Now I'm gonna do the red first and then the blue because I'm gonna be honest with you, I am really tired. I took an allergy pill and I'm really struggling like getting my thoughts together a little bit here. So I do apologize. So I'm gonna do the red first and then the blue. So, and I forgot to mention, I did rinse my eggs off because they had the yolk in there. And of course I ended up ripping 1 or 2 of them, surprise, surprise. But they're all washed now. So I'm gonna do like, take it off the tray so I know I have the right amount. And then when I take it off, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a plate because I don't know if it's gonna, while it's drying, if it's gonna dye my white plates, because these are just like cheapy little plastic white ones and I don't want them to, can you tell, friends, my brain is not working. I don't want the dye to stain that. It's all of a sudden, it just hit me and oh my goodness. Anybody else like that? All right, I need a spoon to pull it out. All right, I have a slotted spoon, so I'm going red, and then I have a white, blue, red. This is how I'm doing it, friends. Red, white, blue, red, white, blue. red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, blue. Yeah, that's how I have to do it. Because if I don't, and we're gonna put this in here for about a minute. I think I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer. Oops. And then check it and see where we're at. I told you, friends, my brain, I stand here with the vinegar and I forgot to add the vinegar. Oh my word, I told you this medicine, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons. Normally we just add 1, but we're doing 2 because I doubled the recipe because my bowl was kind of big. I'm sitting there looking at this vinegar thinking, what do I have that out for? Oh my goodness. All right, this should really help now. Oh, you can see that. I'm gonna let it go for another minute just because I forgot to add that. I'm telling you, friends, good thing I'm not driving because I really am struggling right now. All right, we'll check back in 1 minute. Okay, let's check this now. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's some serious red eggs. I love it. All right, let's get that out. Do not want red fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. I'm just trying to turn it upside down a little bit to drain. Okay, and you just got to be very gentle because you do not want to damage your eggs. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, dump this out, wash it out real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the blue. Okay, let's see if we can do it the proper way. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this smaller bowl so I don't have to waste as much and just do half the batch. I'm gonna do 1 cup of hot water. I'm gonna pour that in there. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the white distilled vinegar. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the blue. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Oh, it's like Easter egg dye. All right, so it ended up being 14 eggs per color. I should have figured that out in the very beginning instead of going red, white, and blue. But like I said, my brain is just not working well. So, 1, 2, 3, All right, my friends, so my eggs are dyed. I'm going to let these sit for a while to dry thoroughly because I don't want to end up getting the dye mixed in with the filling of the eggs or get on the white eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and let these sit for a couple hours, and then I will go ahead and fill them in. So I will catch back up with you very shortly. All right, my friends, so now I've had my mix in the fridge for a little while now. I'm gonna go ahead, stir it up, and then I'm going to put it in my cake piping bag and use my little, I'm not sure if that's called a star tip. Let's see if you can see that. I'm just gonna use that. And then I'm gonna fill my eggs. I'm gonna do just a little tiny dash of paprika on top, and then the eggs will be done. So let me turn the camera down and show you what I'm about to do. All right, my friends, just give this one good stir before I put it in my bag. Now I am using a much larger tip because I have the little pieces of relish in there. So I don't want to use a smaller tip because it would probably be a lot more difficult to come out. Haven't tried it, but I'm assuming that it would. So let's go ahead and put our deviled egg mixture in here. Okay, we'll start with that. We're gonna bring our tray over. Doesn't that look beautiful? My son came down and saw it sitting here. And he's like, wow, how did you do that? That's so cool. And the smile on his face, just seeing that, made me happy. So I'm just gonna twist my bag at the top here, and I'm just going to go straight in the middle and just like that. Quick and easy. And if you don't have tips, not a big deal. You can just scoop it in. I just like the way it looks. I'm going to move that out of the way again to fill this up because I know myself, I'll drop it right on top and then ruin them all. All right, let me finish this up and then I'll show you when it's all complete. And my last egg. And I kind of filled this to the top, so I'm hoping it doesn't squirt out on me. All right, now I'm gonna go back in. This is what I have left. And I'm just going to, you know, just bring it up and make it look nice. There we go, friends. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of paprika on top. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, just put some in a bowl because I don't want it to really go on the egg white. So I'm doing the control here. Normally I just go crazy and sprinkle it all on there, but I really want to control it because I want the red, white, and blue part to be the focal point. So there you have it, my friends. Let me take the camera down and I'll give you a close-up. So there they are. I just love them so much. Oh my goodness. You can see here, see how they touched right there? Let me get out my shadow. So it did dye it a little bit there, but it's not a big deal. I love it so much. I think they're so adorable. So I'm gonna take these to work and I think they're going to enjoy them. All right, my friends, so that'll do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I thought these eggs turned out so adorable. You know, deviled eggs is something a lot of people, it's kind of one of those things, you love it or you hate it. I personally love deviled eggs. Hubby doesn't like them, but one son does, one son doesn't. But it's fun when you can, you know, make them festive. I'm thinking, you know, I wonder what they would look like if we did them like Christmas time, do red and green for Christmas. Might try that. We'll have to try that. But anyway, so thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, as it does greatly help me out. Don't forget to hit that little bell because it'll notify you every time I have a new video coming out. And please check me out over on Facebook and Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter as well. I am very active over on those social media sites. So friends, thanks again, and I will catch you next time. Bye.